Hello and welcome to the Save It for the podcast. I am one of your hosts for today, Neiman, and joined with me today is
I can literally go on for hours like this,
and that, my friends, is a living manifestation of memes in the 20th century,
That's one of the
21st century. We're in the 21st
whoa
century.
there, whoa.
These
Yeah,
aren't
that's
1900
actually
memes.
when we're recording this. All our mentions of quarantine were actually referring to the Spanish flu of
Oh yeah,
1915. Yeah, there you go.
the 20th century.
Uh, the fact that you can see us, in the 21st century, just we're just casually
Yeah,
immortal.
yeah,
Like we're out
exactly.
here, we're out here. But anyway, what's this? Ooh. I'm so
Oh my god.
so yeah,
Off to a
if you
great
heard a
start.
new laughing voice somewhere in there,
Hello.
is oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. We have a person with us. They are she is a person. She is an actor, a voice actor, a musician, a composer, a writer,
I mean,
a,
I
a
can list
director.
my many
Have you
names.
directed before?
No, I have not. I can
A
list
voice director.
I can list my many names and titles if you want.
There you go. First of her name, Alex the
Yeah,
first.
that is true.
Yes, please welcome Alex Mason. Let's give her digital
Alex
claps, everyone.
Mason!
Yay!
Hi guys.
That sounds wrong.
So, I mean, I may as well introduce myself in case there are some crazy people who watch the show and don't know who I am and know these two
A
lovely
bunch
people.
of my college friends watched.
I mean, yeah, your college
like
friends.
Diego, I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So if there's anyone who's not from uni high school who doesn't know me,
There you go.
hi. This is weird that I'm doing hand motions, even though you guys can't see my face.
Yeah, a little strange, but
Yeah, a little bit.
I dig it.
Yeah, there you go.
So hi, my name's Alex, or Alex Mason, as these folks call me. I am
do you have like a secret name or something like that? Like
no.
how these folks
two.
know me, but in reality,
No,
I'm
like you
actually
guys-
Mrs. Finch.
Oh
Like-
my god! Can we not get into Get Smart yet? Let's
Sure.
Not
not
yet.
get
Yeah,
there
yeah.
yet.
Let's
I mean,
just
we
save it for the
can,
podcast.
But let's
yeah.
save that for like the later.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah, by all means.
Anyway, hi. My name is Alex Mason, or just Alex, or whatever the hell you want to call me, really. Also known as Sapphire Rose to some of you.
That's right. Yeah.
And I am a voice actor, primarily composer. I don't know why I said voice actor before composer. Composer, voice actor, costume designer, sort of. Not
There you
really,
go.
depending on your definition of costume design.
No, you're actually pretty good at that. To be
I'm good at it,
considered
but
a
I don't do it.
costume
I'm good at it, but I don't do it for a living. So
Mm-hmm.
Shut up! You have a Tumblr account. That's all that counts. Oh wait, that kind of rhymed actually. Oh
stop.
no.
Anyway, we'll get into all of this later. I'm a variety of fun and exciting grab bags of tricks. So yeah, hi.
Speaking of tricks,
Yeah,
all right, no.
and also since you mentioned my Tumblr, I'm also a D&D player. Since that I post more about on Tumblr.
There you go.
And I feel
yeah.
like that's an important thing about myself. So, yeah, that's
D&D is
in a nutshell.
important.
There you go.
It is
We
very
finally
important.
have a D&D junkie other than me on this podcast. Like I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean,
so happy.
technically you made me this way, so.
That's right. It's hard to. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. It was 2 years ago that I introduced you to D&D, right?
Two minus.
No, it was
some
senior
months.
year.
It was
yeah.
September. It was September senior year. Yeah.
There, yeah. So like a year and some months then.
Excuse me. Yeah.
God.
Okay, so
Gosh darn it! Wait, did you just say excuse me?
Yeah.
Demon. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so I feel like it's
See, now we got
necessary
two
to
polite
mention.
people here.
I have to keep up with the trend of guests on this show, and correct you guys on some things.
Oh,
Oh,
please.
no.
Please.
Oh,
Specifically, last week on the regular episode.
We're getting
Yeah.
called out.
Oh yeah, this is a thing now.
Oh, boy.
Every time we have a
last-
guest now, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean it's funny.
How
It's
deep
humor.
can we?
But last week on the regular show, you guys made a reference to a vine that happens to be one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys said two
Okay.
dudes chilling in a hot tub.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I am.
It is two bros chilling in a hot tub.
I apologize. I apologize for my
No,
for my
it's
idiotic
okay.
ways.
It's
I have
alright.
been a
You will be
big
forgiven
old
by the vine
dum-dum.
gods.
I've been a gosh
I mean,
darn imbecile.
technically, Neiman referenced it first. So.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Gosh darn it, Neiman.
I blame the Mandela effect. Okay, I could have sworn two dudes,
I love
but
you guys.
you know.
Anyway, yeah, that was actually all I had to correct you guys on.
Yeah. It's okay. It wasn't on the test, so I didn't study it. So,
Yeah,
there
it
you
was. This is what happens with improv.
There you
right.
go.
Yeah.
You mentioned a YouTube channel, Sapphire Rose.
Sapphire Rose is just my tag on many things. I do
right.
have a YouTube channel. I mean, we might as well link that. It has a whole 2 videos on it.
And one of those videos.
I'm gonna post more eventually. Oh, one of those videos,
Yeah.
you kind of hate. The
I
other one,
really
I'm actually
hate.
rather proud of. So that's
Yeah.
for music and voice acting and stuff. But I have like
There you
2
go.
videos, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. The reason I hate that video is because I'm in it and I hate my voice because which is kind of
you
ironic
have a
since
lovely voice.
no, I don't.
Yeah, yes, you do.
It's
Both of you have lovely voices, and it's lovely to hear them again.
Oh, thanks.
That's true for Neiman, not for me, please.
Oi.
Well,
Anyway.
No. Listen, I'm gonna. I mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again. Like self-loathing's like 50% of my personality. Don't fight me on this.
I've tried, and I've kind of given up.
Yep.
Yeah, it just kind of, I kind of feel the same way, Alex, right?
Yep.
It's like dealing with Aaron. It's like you try it first, but then it's kind of like
you try, and then you just kind of get used to it, and then it just is like, you know what? We'll take this how it is.
There you go. Yeah.
Because we love him, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. There you go.
So anyway, to settle the Sapphire
How
Rose.
am I already out of teeth?
How are you already out of teeth?
I almost cussed. I almost cussed, but I did not.
Oh,
so.
holy jeez. Holy jeez.
Oh, frick frackle.
So Sapphire Rose is my tag on Tumblr, except I think it's Sapphire Rose VA on there. But it's basically my acting tag.
Right.
So if you ever need to find me on basically any platform that isn't Instagram or Tumblr, I mean, no, on Tumblr, Instagram or Snapchat, or Facebook, then yeah, that's how you find me.
Or real life.
Or real life.
Yeah.
Check out
that would
her
be rather
Tumblr.
difficult.
There's some good stuff there.
I mean, that's mostly reblogs.
It's good stuff.
Tumblr's fun because Tumblr doesn't have the algorithm stuff that a lot of other social medias have. So I can stand by that. It also has some great Avatar: The Last Airbender discourse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So how exactly? Because so my sister had Tumblr, or like I guess she still has.
I love that
Tumblr,
we're talking about this now.
But well, no, it's just because I'm genuinely interested because I don't know. I know that my sister, has Tumblr and like she's used it. She doesn't really actively use it.
Right.
But the reason I bring it up is just because there are certain stereotypes about Tumblr that I'm sure both of you are aware of. So I am interested if you can dispel or confirm any of those stereotypes of Tumblr, which I'm sure
depends on which stereotypes you're talking about. A lot of them, I can say a lot of them are pretty correct. Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that.
Tumblr is essentially a hot mess in and of itself. Like, among the internet culture, Tumblr is essentially like, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And I pity the poor soul who's the CEO of Tumblr these days.
Oh yeah, he's getting a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah, like people get on top of it as CEO to try, and quell the beast, I guess, but it's
that doesn't
never
work.
gonna work. It's never gonna work. That's not
Those ain't the rules, Sonny Jim.
But yeah,
okay.
No, I won't
Okay.
stop.
Okay.
Can't stop. All right.
I can definitely confirm that a lot of the stereotypes, and we won't get into which specific ones, just for the sake of keeping this kosher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very vanilla.
Oh yes.
Vanilla.
And not getting into either the politics or the cursing.
Right.
Part of this. Tumblr. A lot of the stereotypes are true. It is also a really, really good place, in my experience at least. I don't know about other people, but it's a really good place to connect with other creators of things.
I can confirm, yeah.
Yeah, there are so many fantastic fan writers on there. The fan art is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think we might as well mention my slight obsession with this show called Critical Role.
Yes.
Which is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, but it's not actually a podcast. It's kind of a podcast.
It's okay. It's kind of a role playing.
It's an improvised Dungeons and Dragons game.
Pretty much.
But it's a bunch of voice actors, as they say, a bunch of nerdy voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons. And they have this huge fan base on Tumblr.
Yes.
And it's really cool to see so many people have such dedication to these characters that they've created that they're improvising. It's not scripted or anything. It's
right.
It's improvised. It's a bunch of friends just playing a Dungeons and Dragons
That's
game.
awesome.
Literally nobody has plans except for,
except for Matt.
Except for Matt, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
except for Matt. Yeah. I don't know.
Matthew Mercer, the Dungeon Master.
The Dungeon Master.
Yeah, I was like, Matt doesn't do that.
Yeah, Matt has plans.
Yeah.
Matt has plans.
They're also wholesome, it's just...
By the way, if the cast of Critical Role is watching this, we love you so much. Oh my gosh, keep doing what you're doing, please. We love you.
Okay.
Anyway.
I actually made a joke about, Liam O'Brien all of a sudden popping into the show.
You did?
I did.
Did I miss this?
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of missed that. I'd literally die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it would be really cool just to have anybody on the show.
Yeah.
But I'm on the show, so I guess I'm cool. I don't know. I consider it an honor to be with you guys. Just I'm gonna that because I have been waiting for a long time to since the beginning of the podcast to just quietly ask, can I be on the show?
Well, the honor is ours.
The honor is, in fact, ours.
Oh, I love you guys.
I like how you're making this out to be your two older brothers are playing with the PlayStation or something like that, and you're kind of, can I play?
That was me when I was 6.
Oh no.
Well, I have an older brother who's 6 years my senior. Love you, Chris. I don't know if you were watching this either. I don't know who's watching this.
Who knows who's watching this? Who the hell are you? All right.
But my older brother was really into video games when he was younger. So when I was 6 and he was 12, he was playing Pokemon. This is going to tie into how I got into composing, I'm sure. So he was playing Pokemon, and I really, really wanted to play. So he basically...
So I became a composer.
Well, okay. There's more to the story. The more you know. The more you wish you didn't know. So he basically was at age 7 or 6 on my part. He handed me his Game Boy Advanced SP with Pokemon Ruby.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Oh yeah. I still have it.
Good.
Yeah, I don't have an emulator for Ruby, so whenever I want to play the original Pokemon Ruby, I have to use the Game Boy. So I'm losing my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Handed you the Game Boy?
He handed me the Game Boy. Thank you. And so I fell in love with Pokemon, and then he started playing Kingdom Hearts when he got older, and then I started watching him playing Kingdom Hearts. Fun fact, for all of my love of Kingdom Hearts, for those of you who know me, I've never actually finished a game. I just know the lore like the back of my hand.
And yet you still bombard me with Kingdom Hearts.
I've stopped recently.
You have, and I appreciate it.
Kingdom Hearts has really good music though.
That
was kind of how I got into.
Sure.
Kingdom Hearts has fantastic music, and that was how I got into playing video game music because I'm also a pianist, and that's how I got into writing video game music outside of the show that shall not be named that actually was like, okay, we're going to be a composition major now. Some of you know and some of you don't, and we're not going to talk about that.
Let's not talk about it. All right.
Let's not talk about
anything
else but love.
Oh my gosh, wait, is that Steven Universe?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the part where Steven, once again, talks all of the antagonists into being his friend.
Oh, yeah. And Neiman, have you also never watched Steven Universe?
I have.
You have?
Seen Steven Universe, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's not from Steven Universe, but...
No, obviously not. Yeah.
No, I was making a joke. Don't worry.
No, I know, but I'm just curious. So you've seen Steven Universe, because I have not, and I've been seeing.
Yeah, both of us have.
Oh, well, okay. I guess I'm one out.
Okay, you guys can geek out about Matt from Critical Role, and I won't have a clue what you guys are talking about. So.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of just how things work, because the three of us, as individual friendships, all have very different interests. So, like, if two of us are talking about something, the other one is going to be like, that.
Well, yep.
Yeah.
This wall is very wall. Yep.
Exactly. However, what we do all have in common is that we all did theater together. Yay!
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience now in theater as a whole, or
my experience in theater as a whole now, or over time, like high school, or now, because it's very different?
Well, up to you. It's just open to interpretation. Thoughts, opinions, anything you want to say on the matter.
I love theater. I'm kind of a huge nerd about that. I've unfortunately, due to my college situation, and the fact that I go to Cal State Long Beach, so I'm a music major, if that wasn't clear already.
Right.
So the music department is literally all the way across campus from the theater. So I basically have to stay in one place or walk across campus in basically the span of 30 minutes. Which it takes longer than that, and parking is horrible, so it's not like I can drive. So yeah, I haven't really been able to take any theater classes. I want to do shows. I've wanted to do shows forever. And unfortunately, there really is not enough of a camaraderie between the music and the theater departments to merit that. So we have our operas and stuff, which is not an interest of mine, really.
Right.
And then the theater has their like straight plays and things. So we're working on getting that camaraderie up. I've got a couple of colleagues in the music department who are trying to create a musical theater club.
Awesome!
Which is fun. So I'm probably going to help out with that when things go back to having theater.
Is that camaraderie issue more of like a cultural thing, or is that just like the pure logistics of?
I'm not sure. It might be part of both. I don't know. I have not actually met any theater majors. I have one friend who's a film music major, and he's great. Or not film music, like film major, like filming.
Okay.
But he's involved with the music department. But other than that, there really isn't much crossover. I don't know why that is. I don't think I've been I mean, I'm only a freshman, so I don't really have the experience to talk on that much.
in America, it's just like, either the theater department has like good relations with every single department, or like bad relations with every single department. So it's like there is no middle ground.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, would you say that uni might be like a sort of middle ground there?
I have no idea,
I'm sure Alex has, experienced on the podcast. I was on AFB. I'm an AFB boy.
Oh yeah.
But
and you were very good at it. You
Thank
balanced
you.
a lot of things very well, and it's still admirable to this day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I try my best. It's very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's a journey I'm willing to take. But I was in ASB last year. I will say I think we were probably veering more towards the good side, I would say. And the reason I say that is because, Angie and the people before Angie, being the fine arts commissioner and also like very heavily related to drama club in one way or another, really helped solidify the cultural importance of theater at Uni Theater Arts. And it's one of those things too that I think about a lot of in terms of like popularity, because it does have its ups and downs, and although a lot of people think that like being popular can be like a really, really bad thing, it can also be a really, really good thing. And I'm not just saying that because I was somewhat popular in high school, but that's besides the point. What I mean is, like, before Angie, we had Elena.
We had Elena, yeah.
Right? I don't know if we should be using names, but
I don't know.
I doubt they're listening. But
I mean,
for example,
which Angie? Like,
yeah,
what's their social security number?
Angie Smith, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't, don't add us.
Right.
And if you don't, all right.
Yeah, and then so we had Elena before that, and then before that was Corinne?
Yes.
Question mark? Yeah,
Corinne.
Okay. And then before that was someone I didn't know? Question mark?
Oh, geez.
I don't remember.
I should remember. I think it was Krista Pearson.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't know because I
wasn't in theater
I'm the
yet.
old one.
Yeah, you would have more experience in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was her. I'm not sure. And on that note, I don't know who was liaison this year. This past year. Does anybody know?
It was Lauren and Rose. Rose.
Oh,
they were the two.
Of course it was. Of course it was Rose.
Yeah. Although the difference this year was that they didn't. They separated the. Wow, I totally just blanked out. They separated, or the difference between this year and the other years was that the fine arts commissioners were not the president, essentially.
That's
because
right.
Lauren and Rose were still like on board, as I think it was explained to me when I asked someone about it.
Sure.
They were still like on board for drama club, but they weren't the president, which was something that had been historically what happened, where the drama club president would always have to be one of the fine arts commissioners, because that's how it always was for some reason.
Yeah, I don't remember, because that might have been because Rose was choir president, but don't quote me on that. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I know that if she had been, she would be very good at her job, because Rose is incredible.
And Aaron, it sounds like
you good?
There's something you would like to share to the audience. Is there something you want to share with the class, Aaron?
No, actually not. Because I'm having like, I tried to mute my mic, but it didn't work because the button doesn't click all the way in.
Heck.
Okay, so you know how you like lost your train of thought there, Neiman? I was gonna say, are you having a stroke? But like, I decided against it. And then my mind thought stroke, and it just went to the James Bond is having a stroke meme.
What?
And I just wait. You don't know that meme?
I don't know that meme.
I'm gonna read the transcript. Fuck you.
Oh,
damn it!
Great. There's a transcript for a meme.
yeah.
My goodness.
Okay.
The Bond's
excited.
name, James' name. Please do what? Bond's name's to James. Are you all right? Bame's not having a strong call up bondulance. So yeah, that's it. And it's just like
Interesting.
and like my mind went to that meme and I started laughing at it
And then
I
you-
couldn't
and then
mute
you
my
choked?
mic in time.
Then
So,
you
yeah.
choked on water again?
No, see, that's the thing.
Water poisoning will get you.
See, oh
Yeah.
my gosh. You see,
Yeah,
that's the
that
thing.
was the
I
thing
don't,
that
I don't
happened in
have
AP Bio.
water, and I finished my tea like 10 minutes ago. You know, I'm like that one. This entire thing is like watching a movie for me. You know, like you just finish your popcorn in the first like 10 minutes of the production, and it's just like. But for me,
Yeah.
instead of popcorn, it's just tea.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of used to rationing my liquids since I've been doing voice lessons on Zoom.
Yeah.
And also, I was told that apparently you're not supposed to drink water during your lessons by my voice teacher
Interesting.
because the hydration doesn't actually work for like a day. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like
so I kept asking her like, why am I choking during my lessons? Like my voice keeps not working. Why is this? And she's like, it's probably because you're drinking way too much water in like the span of an hour.
Yeah.
So
he's joking now.
That is what I've heard.
Yeah,
there goes
fun fact.
gravity. Oh,
Anyway,
Oh.
back
Good
to theater.
Yes, yeah. Speaking of water,
Tangents.
so theater.
Tangents, man. Yeah, speaking of the arts.
Yeah.
What was I
There you
gonna
go.
But yeah, shoot. So yeah, we were talking about Angie, right?
Yeah,
in
we were discussing the fine arts.
and
liaisons.
right, because I was bringing up the point that it was because ASB a lot of the stereotypes are true, okay?
Mhm.
A lot of them are not, but a lot of them are very true.
Yeah.
But
I was an
one of the-
AFB. I'm going to
I was an
Harvard.
ASB, oh, I know. Yeah, only one of our ASB kids went to Harvard, okay?
Oh, did
Aaron?
everyone else go to Yale?
Disgusting.
Yeah. The other one
Bailey.
was
All right.
in, let's see, I'm trying to think. She was in FBLA and other stuff that I don't know.
I honestly
That's the only
could
thing
not
I
care
remember.
less.
That's cool.
Like,
I'm sure.
good for
I don't
the
know where
ASB
that is,
kids,
but I'm sure that's
like,
really cool.
honestly,
Whoever that is, congratulations to you. I don't know who you are, and I don't know where that is.
I don't know who's listening, but if you're out
Yeah.
there, all right.
Yeah,
No, it's not. It's not okay, Alex.
a sound for the kids.
Yeah, and going off of that, I've had a little bit of a hand, not like a hand in the theater department.
Whoa, this is
That's
not
not-
the Can of Worms episode, Alex.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this to me?
All right, so yeah, what
Anyway.
you were saying?
I have a bit of an ear.
Really? I have
Between
two?
myself and the Uni Theater Arts Department in the form of my mother,
Yes.
Oh boy, so you
the
have
absolutely
access to all the
illustrious
drama.
Mrs. Mason, who is hopefully nowhere in
illustrious.
earshot, so I can compliment her.
Hi, Mrs. Mason.
Okay.
Okay.
So, my lovely, amazing mom is one of the costume matrons of Uni Theater Arts, and she's still doing it after I graduated for some reason, but we applaud her for it. And apparently things have been getting better even more with Pippin and everything going on there in terms of popularity. I mean,
Awesome, yeah.
yeah. And by the way, can I just state for the record that it is an absolute shame that that show had to get canceled because COVID,
Yeah.
because it was so good.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was really good.
It was amazing, and I wish I had gotten tickets earlier so I could get to see it with an audience.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. Because I was there with you, Neiman, for the family and friends showing.
Right.
Or, well, family, really. And yeah,
5,
what?
3,
Why are you counting?
1.
Why?
30-minute mark.
Thank you for sharing. I'm confused.
Always do this, Alex.
Yeah, I know. I just hadn't
Don't
realized
you know
what time it
you have
was.
a loyal audience member? All right.
I am a loyal audience
Aaron,
member.
call her out.
I did not know what time it was because I can't see the clock.
Yeah,
on
that
my
means
computer.
she's being very well attended to
I'm being very
go.
attentive,
episode.
which
I
is
am the
rare
time.
for me. I am not a generally attentive person.
Right.
As both of you know very well.
Right. Right.
So yeah, that's a cool thing. That like, yay, Uni Theater Arts is getting more love.
Yay! Yeah.
Because they deserve it.
It is really cool. Yeah.
You kids are great. All of you, you're wonderful.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
person.
you kids
Just
just remember us old fogies when you remember.
Yeah,
us
remember
famous.
us when you're famous.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, or when you're working at McDonald's.
Or when you're working at McDonald's.
Right?
Because we'll say hi to you and we will not ask you for a discount, we promise.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not up front.
Not up
I'll
front.
just like write it on a whiteboard and hold
There
that
you go.
instead.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Just slip in a note like, hey, yo, bro, discount. Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Majoring is a whole. I can probably go off on a whole other episode on choice of major.
Oh yeah.
Because I have certain opinions on certain things, but because this is regular episode, we'll can it for now.
Sure.
However, I do agree that it's very sad Pippin got to close. I remember. I remember that day. I think I mentioned this before. I was supposed to perform in a show too that night.
You did mention
over
that.
at Improv. And Naron, my brother, texted me literally like I think the day before, and was like, "Oh, by the way, Pippin's closing." And I was like, "WTF?" And so I had to, text, the show organizer over at Improv and say, "Hey, could someone fill in for me?" And luckily we got that sorted out. But it was just it's very interesting the first week of quarantine.
Yeah, that was a rough week.
Yeah, it was a very rough week. There was a lot of stuff going down. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was a rough week for me. I mean, it was a rough week for everybody, of course.
Right.
But I mean, I can only speak to my personal experience. So
yeah, of course.
So what happened to me was, first of all, closing week of Pippin was the plan.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then I was almost gonna have to miss the closing night because we had heard about the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
But the Cal State system hadn't completely closed everything down yet. So we'd heard about it. We weren't sure what was gonna happen. But we had a concert on that Saturday planned. And I heard about the possibility of, the concert might be canceled. So I bought tickets for Saturday night for myself so I could come see it with you, Neiman.
Norma.
Just because I wanted to hang out with you.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. And I haven't seen you in a while.
We have not.
And ironically, we did see each other that weekend.
We did. I know.
Yeah.
The circumstances aligned.
Yeah, not great circumstances, but we saw each other.
We did.
What was I gonna say? Right. So we had that concert plan, and then it kept like going back and forth between, we're gonna do it, we're not, we're gonna film it, we're gonna do X number of things, okay, it's closed. We can't do the concert. We might be able to do it later this semester. Nope, we're not doing it at all.
Right, yeah.
So, and I mean, my heart goes out to all of the people who weren't freshmen, in specifically artists, but everybody, of course. But the arts department, the music department had recitals that were about to. Only about half of them got done because it was midway through the semester.
Right.
So recitals for us, specifically for performance majors, but composition majors do it too, and a lot of people do them. I think everybody has to.
Yeah. Is this a Long Beach specific thing, or
this
is
a Long Beach specific requirement in this capacity? But I think other schools do them.
Like do a similar
thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think it's a requirement for music majors, but I don't know other schools. And my dad could probably talk more about recitals other places because he's taught other places. Fun fact, my dad's also a musician. For those of you who don't know. But there were a lot of recitals that people had planned, their junior and senior recitals, which are a big deal. It's like a time for family and friend. It's of course like a final, but it's also like a time for family and friends to come celebrate this student who's grown so much in their musical their musical training.
Yeah, it's like almost like a senior show.
It's very much like a senior show, except you have to do it twice because it's junior and senior. And like everybody's friends come, and when COVID closed everything down, you couldn't do it.
Right.
You had to film it, and basically you could film it, you could live stream it if you wanted to, and a couple people have done that. But you couldn't have an audience at all. So it was really tough for a lot. I can speak to a lot of the choir people, especially because those are the people that I know. I'm mostly familiar with them. So a lot of the choir people had a really rough time with that. But I mean, now we're used to it.
Yeah, we're pretty used to it now. I mean, I would say definitely after having, performed in, live streamed shows for Improv City, it's definitely, I'm sure as, anyone who is currently performing in, the pandemic that we're in right now, we're very much gaining a newfound appreciation of I'm just being pleasantly distracted by Aaron. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
He's probably closing his window, which is fine.
Probably. Okay.
And he's going to hear this when he's editing later, but that's okay. Now back to our conversation. So, and I'm sure all of us have a newfound appreciation of our audiences for sure. Because I think, there was
audience, we appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys.
Yes. Yeah, both the metaphorical future listening audience and also the live audience, right? Because it's definitely very much as any performer can attest, that energy that the audience gives off feeds into your own performing energy as well. Yep. And it's very much, it's almost like I hate to use this poetic language, but like a dance, like a tango between you and the audience trying to...
No, but that's what it is.
It's almost like that. It's very cheesy, but it really is, how it is, right?
Yeah. Listen, Neiman, if we were any cheesier, we'd be mozzarella, okay? Like,
I would argue that we might be sharp cheddar.
How dare you argue with me?
Even cheesier than mozzarella. Mozzarella
guys,
is not that cheesy.
We have to stop this. I American't right now.
I see what you did there. Nice. We're not starting cheese puns again. I already did this.
Save it for can of worms.
No. I already did this with a listener of ours. So, like, literally, like, they texted me. They started texting cheese puns to me when we talked about how, I hate Cheez-Its.
Mm.
And,
I do remember that. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because our friendship is over now because you don't like Cheez-Its.
Yeah, because, you guys don't know the meaning of flavor because you like Cheez-Its. Yeah, there you go.
I'm very confused.
We argued about Cheez-Its. That's literally all you need to know.
I will say, I, strangely enough, really like salt crackers, which I know are only supposed to go with soup. but to me, they actually taste good on their
Dude,
own.
okay.
I'm not
Sounds
surprised.
crazy.
Listen, salt crackers with cheese are one of my favorite things in life.
Yeah, but that's what Cheez-Its are. They're literally just salt and cheese
they're
on a cracker.
orange flavored cheese crackers. Okay, they're not
boys,
the same thing.
But boys, my gosh.
Hush, Alex. Don't. Okay, Alex,
Cheez-Its are important to us.
Alex, Cheez-Its or not, I'm dragging you into this conversation whether you like it or not.
Oh no.
That's right, you have to have an opinion now. What are you
I
going to do?
have an opinion on Cheez-Its.
Then say it.
My opinion on Cheez-Its is they are not my favorite thing in the world, but I would eat them if there were not Ritz crackers at a party. Because Ritz crackers are my personal favorite.
That's a good compromise.
They're basically crackers, but thicker and a bit softer. Hold on.
Ritz cracker.
Hold on. Yeah.
I'll be right back. Oh, I know these ones. Yeah, Ritz crackers are valid. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah. There you go. Unfortunately, Alex has left us to our own devices.
Let's talk mean about her because she can't hear us.
Let's talk mean about her. Oh my gosh, she's too hardworking. I hate it.
Yeah. And she's super compassionate too, and I just hate that.
She's way too caring, and she's younger than us.
And that's the history of yarn. We just went over the history of yarn all in that
I want to
span.
be there for that.
Sorry, missed
Eamon,
out.
have you been... Okay, sorry, my mom had to hand me breakfast, since I have not actually eaten food.
How dare you
Eamon, have you been practicing your knitting? Speaking of Peter.
I really haven't been practicing my knitting, I'll be honest.
Shame
but now
on
that
you.
you've mentioned it, I think I will now.
It's okay.
I've
not been knitting too much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my food over here, so I'm not.
Yep.
I still have the thing in my, I still have it. Yeah, it's in my, I think it's.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Of course.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know this, I actually taught Neiman and another of our friends how to knit for a show, because I think
that's right.
It's the only person in the cast who knew how to knit.
Huh.
I don't think I was the only person on crew, but I think I might have been the only cast member.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely the only cast member.
Yeah, I was also the only person who ever brought my knitting to school, and that continues to be a trend. Yeah, I have professors. It's interesting.
You're literally the mom friend.
I am very much the mom friend. I'm
you have your equipment at the ready. Like that's how much of a mom friend you are.
She's got aspirin, Motrin, all in her purse.
I used to. I don't normally carry a purse anymore. But
you carry an ambulance.
If I have my knitting bag, I have Advil in it because I need it a lot. I'm prone to stress headaches. And I had a pediatrician literally, when I was like 16, literally prescribe me Advil.
Woo!
It was a time in life.
That's fun.
Yay drugs!
That happened for
yay
you.
Yay drugs.
Yay drugs. Yep.
Yeah, yay drugs. Anyway.
Watch this podcast like appear on Fox News tomorrow or something like that. Like
these Gen Z are
that would.
Constant
that
piece of
would be very
drugs,
funny.
Like that kind of thing. Yeah,
that would suck, but it would also be pretty funny because
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, so the stereotype of me is correct. I do actually carry necessary things. I used to have Band-Aids in there for no reason. I just had Band-Aids.
Yeah, my sister's like that too. Like like if anyone in our family has Band-Aids at hand, it's probably my sister.
Yeah. The thing is, my Band-Aids are mac and cheese Band-Aids. Because
it's literally like a piece of mac and cheese with tape on it that you
it's not. It's not that.
It's so greasy that it just sticks to you.
Yeah,
oh, you cook the mac and cheese first, and then you tape it on.
Okay.
Because that way the water gets in.
Actually, the story behind the mac and cheese Band-Aids is actually kind of funny. Wait, what?
Oh, please.
What did you say, Ron?
Oh, I was asking if you had an instant cooker with you at all times.
I do not
Cook the
have
mac
an
and cheese.
I don't have an Instant Pot, actually. That is one of the things I don't have in my
Literally,
house.
the mom.
Yeah, the mom friend doesn't have an Instant Pot.
That's true.
My brother has an Instant Pot. It looks like BB-8. Because I had to get my geekiness from somewhere. I mean, come on.
right.
But speaking of me being a geek, so the mac and cheese Band-Aids, long story short, were a gift from my grandmother for Christmas. And both of you know at least one of my grandmothers.
Yes.
Yep, both.
Oh, that's right. Both of you met both at my birthday. That's right.
At one point, yes.
It's your surprise birthday.
It was very surprising. Let's not get into that this discourse. I can't talk.
Neither can we, but somehow we created a podcast.
My maternal grandmother, who is generally known as the sassy one by me.
The sassy one. Yes.
Because the other one is like the strawberry sweet type. And then the other one, like, she's a little spicy.
Yep. She literally terrorized me.
Oh no, that was not intentional. I did actually ask her about that later.
Oh, okay.
That she was trying to mess with you. It didn't work.
No, she reminded me of my own grandmother. So like,
but let's not make this an inside joke podcast. Jesus.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what this episode is about? Okay, never mind.
No.
Oh, by the way, 45-minute mark. Like, you know.
Hey.
A minute 30 seconds ago.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, mac and cheese Band-Aids.
Mac and cheese Band-Aids.
So when I was little, I had a severe obsession with mac and cheese. So my grandmother has made it a running joke that sometimes for Christmas she will get me mac and cheese themed things. So one year, I don't remember if this was the same year. I think it might have been, but I got a mac and cheese cookbook, which is actually amazing. It's store. I don't remember what the store is called, unfortunately. But there's a mac and cheese shop, I think in like LA, a little bit north of LA area, where everything on their menu is different types of mac and cheese and some desserts.
Nice.
So they have a cookbook that's just all different types of mac and cheese. And unfortunately, I have not actually made anything from the mac and cheese cookbook, so I haven't really used it. But I did use the mac and cheese Band-Aids because we didn't have any other Band-Aids in the house when my cat, my beloved Maine Coon, this is like 6 months ago, decided to try and slash my finger off from the top of this bed. That you all can't see, but it's there. My brother has a bunk bed, and she tried to slash me from up top because she was grumpy or something. I don't know. She's a weird cat. We love her though.
Yep. She floof.
Pretty much sums it up.
She's a floof. So I had to wrap a mac and cheese Band-Aid around my pointer finger, and I got many questions, and I had to explain that whole story again to every single person who asked why I had a...
So wait, you have mac and cheese Band-Aids?
Yeah.
Because you liked mac and cheese as a child.
As a child, and
there's a restaurant with mac and cheese involved. Okay,
I'm
kind
two
of
separate
lost.
things.
No. Please don't try to explain.
She has mac and cheese Band-Aids. Darn it!
I also have a cookbook that I'm really bad at talking in a long line. You know. I'm also bad at talking in general. Listen, you guys can
listen. Then you come to the right place. Okay, this is literally a podcast full of tangents.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Speaking of tangents,
speaking of tangents. By the way, I was an AFB. I'm taking a humanities class
and all of these things. Yeah. One thing that
Are you going to talk about your humanities
class?
No,
I'm not going to talk about humanities class. Not this time, at least. I'll bring it up later. We did finish up the year, so I can talk about the whole thing and the whole kit and caboodle, but I won't now.
Oh yeah, I did ask you guys what your favorite class was in high school.
You
did. That was you.
That was me. Yeah. Because I couldn't come up with anything better. So
that's all
and,
good.
And it actually ended up being very interesting. So yay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
Sorry to cut you off. What was well, I'll get to that later. But now that you've brought it up, I wanted to return the question and ask, what was your favorite class in high school? Since you are
pull the switcheroo on you.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
The no you card. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very interesting question that I had not thought about and probably should have.
Yeah, I mean, you were the one who asked it, right?
I was the one who asked it. I feel like I had an answer and then I forgot the answer. I had a lot of classes that I liked equally for different reasons.
I'm honored of you.
Yeah. I can talk about my favorite teacher. Just for the sake of protecting the innocent, I won't mention her by name, but she knows who she is. Was actually, well, the thing is, there are two.
Oh, yeah,
so
sure.
My AP Lang teacher and, well, Becker, who you guys have mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah, those two are probably my two favorite teachers that I ever had. For very different reasons.
Right. Understandably so.
Yeah. Yeah. So my AP Lang teacher basically taught me a lot about work ethic, among a lot of other things. I am not particularly good with keeping on top of my schoolwork. That's a function of my brain that is I'm working through. But she taught me a lot of strategies on how to deal with that. And that I never realized I should. I wasn't purposeful. Like, she was just like, okay, now here's how you're going to work through this. Not to me specifically, but to everybody. And in college, I've been using those a lot. She also taught me how to write 2 essays in the space of 2 hours, which has been
that's awesome. Yeah,
indefinitely useful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Notice how I'm using words wrong.
All good. It's all good.
Yeah. I think it was because of her that I became. I was in terms of Cappies, which was a section of theater, of course, which is writing reviews about high school shows. It was basically because of her that I became more confident in my writing, and also was able to churn out a fairly good. I mean, won any awards, but a 400-word review like every week in the space of a couple hours.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
It is also because of her that I wrote an 8-page paper in a day and got a 97 this past semester.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
So thank you, my dear AP Lang teacher. You are literally the best for teaching us how to do that.
Yeah.
So you don't have favorite classes. You have favorite...
I don't have favorite classes. I have favorite people.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Right?
Just because for most of my high school career, I had the same arts teachers. Because there's only really one for each section.
Right.
So, like, I would have 2 classes with the choir professor senior year. I did have 2 classes with the choir professor because he also taught music technology. And, like, I can't say that I didn't love any of my teachers. There was a couple that I would say were horrible, but only, like, 2.
Name them.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm pretty sure that you know. I'm pretty sure that the uni kids know who I'm talking about when I say that I had a very unlucky time with one particular science teacher and one particular math teacher.
Literally nobody gets it. Name them.
Well, fortunately, one of them basically retired.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't know off the top of my head. We'll talk about it.
I'm not going to name them for the sake of the innocent.
For the sake of our non-uni listeners, who actually, I know for a fact that makes half of our listeners.
Hey, listeners.
So yeah, hello. Yeah. I'm sorry about these 2
We're sorry.
Nerds.
We're really specific about things.
It's okay if you,
See, that's the thing.
Anyway,
See,
if,
that's
I had-
not specific
okay,
about things.
Basically, okay, shush. Basically, I had one science teacher and one math teacher who I absolutely hated my entire time at uni, and I had both of them for one semester.
Those are rookie
and that was
numbers.
it.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up.
Okay, but
Pump those numbers up. All right, anyway.
But the rest of the teachers at uni, I either had like a love-hate relationship with, or I just didn't talk to them, or I absolutely adored.
Mhm.
And fortunately, the absolutely adored made up quite a few.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
all
Yeah.
of the arts teachers, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, those guys are my homies.
Yeah, right. And you know, I think, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And then just on the subject of Betger very quickly on why I loved her and why I still love her. She taught me a lot about how to work in stressful environments and also how to work with people, which was not a skill that I had at all before high school. I was very much an introvert and had no idea how to work properly with people. And then I started doing theater and started doing shows, and then eventually started helping mom with some of the design aspects for one particular show, and then doing composition for one show. So I had to learn how to work with people very quickly and how to collaborate.
Right.
And that I think was probably the biggest thing I've gotten out of my theater time, other than of course having a fantastic outlet for many things that taught me how to be a good Dungeons and Dragons player.
Oh my gosh, playing the best people to play Dungeons and Dragons with is either improvisers or theater people. Those are the two best people to play
same thing.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, they're essentially the same, but
I would say yes. I think it depends on what you get out of the game.
That's true.
Because for me, what I love about Dungeons and Dragons is being able to play my own character for more than like 30 seconds.
Right.
It kind of combines like the best parts of writing and the best parts of improv.
Right. Exactly.
Like you have a character who you've created, who you've kind of fallen in love with. I have one in particular, who I absolutely adore. And has basically become kind of my original character in other settings.
Whoop, whoop.
So I've basically poured like my heart and soul into her character.
I thought you just poured angst.
Okay, that's a different girl.
No, it's all the girls, please.
Okay,
be honest.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an angst fiend, I know. But a lot of these characters I've basically like poured all of my creative energy into, just because I love them and I love their stories, and I love the fact that we've all created characters, but we have a dungeon master who's created a story, and we're all improvising the story together.
Yep.
Right.
And I mean, it's my personal opinion, and this is probably why I love Critical Role so much, is that some of the best stories come out of Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. It's because, I mean, first of all, it has such great source material. Let's talk about Lord of the Rings for a minute. Okay, that's not the only, of course.
I
mean,
know,
Lovecraft.
But let's not.
We're not going to talk about Lord of the Rings. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord of the Rings is great. Lord of the Rings is wonderful. But anyway, it has amazing source material, but also it's so beautiful just to see people collaborating on a story.
Yeah.
In that way. And I mean, personally, I love the combat. I love that aspect of it, but it's not how I personally enjoyed playing the game.
Yeah.
Other people play the game other ways, and that's very important to note, is that not everybody's an actor, of course.
Of course, right.
And not everybody likes that aspect of it. Some people just prefer to fight things and kill them and win.
Yeah.
And what? Sorry?
I'm curious now, does competitive Dungeons and Dragons exist?
It's probably out there somewhere.
Because I would imagine that it's impossible, right?
It's actually not.
Really? That's interesting.
Here's the thing. Like, if competitive D&D ever existed, it would probably be party against party, not player against player, because, like, certain No. Alex, you got your behind handed to you every time you tried to fight another player.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, then, no. So, as I was saying, like, it will probably be party against party and how, like, you know, the dynamics works and whatnot. Because it's a matter of, like, you know, using the, you know, mechanics of the game plus like, a handful of luck as well.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck.
Yeah.
A lot of luck, yeah.
I mean...
But there's no, like, mainstream, like, you know, like, League has esports kind of thing, but, like, there's no...
I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist now.
No, a lot of it is very much about collaboration.
Yeah.
Instead of,
I would assume so, right? Yeah, because it seems very, like, open-ended.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally people will do what are called one-shots, which is just, like, a one-off game.
Yeah.
And they'll do battle royales where everybody creates a character that they think will win, and then everyone fights. And it's partially determined by luck and partially by skill, and it's a fun time. I've never participated in one of those just because it's not really my jam, and I've also never been invited to one, which is fine. But people
we hit the hour mark about a minute ago.
Heck. We were gonna talk about something other than Dungeons and Dragons, and then I kind of brought it into that.
That's all right. It's a podcast.
How dare you talk in a podcast, Alex?
How dare I talk about things that I love with that?
Disgusting. Wow. Talking about things you like to talk about.
Real quick, there was one thing that I did very specifically want to mention about both of you that kind of ties into the Dungeons and Dragons in Aaron's case.
Please.
Which is that both of you are absolutely phenomenal creators and writers of things.
Oh,
and I just wanted to mention that. Like, I mean, Neiman, dude, improv. How do you do it?
Yeah, I try. I was gonna ask you, like, about your experiences at Improv City, which I know has been very limited.
Very limited. I've kind of taken a back seat for the moment, just because I have a lot going on. I am still working.
Yeah, of course.
So my shifts have decided to take over my weekends.
Yeah.
So that's been a time. But Improv City's great. I love the people. I hope some of you are listening. Good. Hi, I miss you.
Hopefully,
hopefully.
I miss you guys. Improv City has kind of been like my new theater type of thing. It's like I haven't really had that outlet until very recently when I got into Improv City. So yeah, that has been absolutely incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I'm not particularly good at it. I'm not going to pretend I am, but I'm learning. And we'll see how it goes when things go back to normal. So.
Yeah. Fingers are crossed.
Fingers are indeed crossed.
Fingers are crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers are crossed.
So yeah.
But anyway, you were complimenting us. You forgot about Aaron.
I was complimenting you. Well, the thing is, the reason I bring this up is because, Ronnie, you said you wrote something last night. And I haven't read it. I'm sorry. I'm going to after
wrote something?
This.
Wait, I wrote something?
You said that you wrote something. You mentioned that this happened not yesterday, some other time. You mentioned it. And I was like, I hadn't read it yet, but I'm going down a train of thought.
Oh, no. It's just, it's
this is
not.
beside the point.
I know what you're talking about. No, it was just like an angry Tumblr post I made because I hate writing essays. Like, that's all it was.
Okay, but that's not what I'm saying. I was thinking back to previous writings of yours on Tumblr, and then thinking about some of your characters. I just had this thought, like, and Neiman with your improv. I just had, and of course many other things. I'm just not very good at thinking about them.
Yeah.
Gold
I 4 in
was
League of Legends, all that.
Hey, it's
go,
a skill that some are not good at, including myself.
Yeah,
But I just had this
gold
thought,
isn't even that high, but
wow, I am hanging out with several of the most talented people in the world. That's really cool.
Thanks.
Like,
Appreciate that.
I am fully determined that you two, whether together or on your own, are going to change some
Hold on,
things.
wait,
and I'm
Neiman.
excited.
Neiman, wait.
I'm trying to be sentimental.
No.
This is all Aaron. I don't.
There you go.
I don't associate with Aaron.
I mean, you're.
Wait,
podcast
okay.
It's not like we have a
different.
podcast together or something.
Neiman, high five. Alex,
Oh,
you
digital
too.
high five.
Yeah, there
high
you
five.
go.
Yay.
High five.
Great.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah, there you
Also,
go.
I'd like
This
to.
entire time I've been like you
I know.
being nice to me. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I just feel it necessary to mention that you are really good at things. So
Cool.
yeah.
He is. And it was really funny when you were saying all of that, Alex. I was seeing, since I'm on gallery view right now, right? And as you were saying that, I was like, oh, thanks. And then literally on the other side, I see Aaron going like, just like.
I've kind of come to expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I wasn't, like calling it out. It's just funny.
Funny thing about that is that people being nice to me is like is something that I don't want, but somehow people like not liking my work so like makes it easier for me to work instead, like
Yeah, well, I think it's go ahead and finish. Sorry, I kind of interrupted.
Yeah,
you kind of didn't, but like it's easier for me to work on spite instead of out of love, I guess. So it's like I see people hating on me and I'm like, oh my gosh, they care enough to hate me. Let's do this.
You know what? And I think there's definitely obviously a balance, right? And I'm very much the same in that, I very much work off of critique rather than, praise, right? And that's not to say I don't like praise. I definitely like praise, right?
See,
and everyone likes praise, but
that's the thing, Neiman. I don't want critique. I want people to post their incoherent rambling about how much they hate my goddamn butt on the YouTube's comment section. Okay? No, that doesn't count. Okay? Like that's what I want. Okay? I want to scroll down to the YouTube's comment section and I want people to just give me their hateful energy. That's how I work. That's how I live. Okay? I'm like a zombie from Minecraft. Okay? If you like splash a health potion on me, that's how I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's the analogy we want to go with.
Oh yeah. For me personally, it's the silence that kind of bugs me.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Because it's not that I mean obviously it's not encouraging to like no one sees my work. But also I recently we're looping this back to Tumblr, I guess. I have
it always comes back to Tumblr.
Oh yeah.
It's always Tumblr.
I have a Tumblr blog. I have several, but I have one in particular that is called
blogs.
Okay, shush. It's called Chaotic D&D Ideas, based on things that have happened to me and other people in various Dungeons & Dragons games. It spawned from a thing that happened in a recent game that Aaron was in.
Are you talking about the
saying grace for 10 minutes in order to cast a spell? It's a thing.
That's so funny.
My character.
I was actually referring to. I was actually
Okay.
referring to the takeover of an entire whole government by stripping.
Oh, that was a different thing.
Yeah,
just some of the things that happened in D&D.
Yeah, that's kind of D&D.
Both of those things were things. I mean, should we mention that I did that? Yeah, both of those things were things I did, but there are things that other people have done.
Yep.
But long story short, for the 10 minutes of saying grace, my character is a cleric, and
because you're a mom friend.
because I'm a mom friend, and also she was my first character, and you guys needed a cleric. Oof. So, so we were in a situation where food might be poisoned, and I had this spell, but it took 10 minutes to cast. So I disguised it as saying grace, like Baptist Thanksgiving dinner levels of grace.
Wow, that's great. That's gold.
Much of my family is Baptist, so it's a thing. And I love it, but also yeah.
1
hour 10 minutes.
Woo.
Every second we spend every second we spend after the hour mark, it's another minute that I need to edit.
Okay, cool. We'll cut this off. But yeah, that was the thing that happened, and that spawned a Tumblr blog where I posted other things that had happened. I'm now taking suggestions from people, but someone reblogged one of my posts, and I'd just been kind of puttering along, getting like maybe 1 or 2 people liking it, and then all of a sudden someone reblogged my post. This large Tumblr D&D blog. I can speak.
I doubt it.
And all of a sudden, one of my posts got like 100 notes, and people were liking and following my page, and it was so encouraging, just to be like, oh, it wasn't me. It was the fact that none of you saw this, and now you can. Oh, okay. So it's not just like, oh, you don't like my content.
There's something to be said about the algorithms of certain sites.
Yes.
You know, some of them sites being this podcast is posted on, but anyway.
Yeah, definitely this.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
Hit that bell.
Hit that bell to get
Don't forget to
notifications.
hit that bell.
Yeah. And on that note.
And see us next time when we dip our mom in chocolate sauce.
Okay.
Sure.
And then our thumbnail
That's
is,
uncomfortable.
It's just a prank, bro.
The Reaper face thing. Dresses up as
it's like that one thing where the over the top YouTube reaction face on every single thumbnail. Look up. And then there's one guy in the corner going like, with the hand over their forehead, just like trying not to be associated with it, trying not to be seen. Yeah, there you go.
A lot of this is in visual references, so sorry.
We probably shouldn't be putting visual references in the podcast.
Sorry, audience.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess it's better than giving you a very sensual imagination, right?
This has been
better than
the
this,
Save It
right?
For The podcast.
I don't know where my mic is on this, otherwise but also, no.
But Alex shares the same sentiment.
I don't.
No, she doesn't.
Really don't.
It's not going to be a pistachio.
I have never understood that about you, Neiman, but I love and respect you for it.
Thank you.
It's like going to be one of those pistachio commercials. Like Alex likes it the crunchy way,
pistachios. Yeah,
you had a bag of pistachios on your desk this entire time. You mad lad.
I've had this bag of pistachios since Christmas. I got this bag of pistachios from work as just a thanks for working here.
Yeah,
but I don't eat pistachios. And neither does my family, so
are you serious?
I just have a bag of pistachios. Yeah.
Okay.
Neiman likes
mail it to you, or
for the sake of editing time and also time in general.
Because we hate each other.
Let you guys go. No.
But, kidding.
But
is this the hostile takeover of Alex, where she decides when we end our episodes?
No, you were.
No, it's all. Aaron. It's all you, Aaron. Passively aggressively telling us. Anyway, Alex, are there any final concluding thoughts you'd like to offer to us and to the audience before you depart?
Any final
at least for now, because we may have you a future time.
Actually, that would be cool as heck. I would be so down for that.
Do you have any concluding thoughts for now? Just a
creepy
summarizing
and neither is D&D. Tumblr is pretty okay. I love you all. I'm not
Ew.
dead, for those of you who haven't seen me on social media in years.
What?
I figured, I mean, that
Thought
might
we
be
were
a
talking
thing.
to a ghost.
Social
know.
media, what a concept.
I haven't been on most of my social medias in a while, other than the ones that don't have my name
Same.
attached to them. Yeah.
Speaking of
you
social
guys
media,
are great. No.
Yeah,
speaking
speaking of social media, I think the
just
society
We
as a
can talk
whole,
about this another time.
Jeez, literally the only time I use social media is when I do some stupid stuff. Like I just ate a whole chunk of wasabi. Now I'm suffering, like that kind of thing.
That
pizza
was
rolls.
a time.
That was a time, yeah. That actually
We'll
happened.
talk about that
was a time.
eventually, I'm sure.
Yep.
Be gay. Don't do crimes though. And I love you guys.
Don't listen to Alex do lots of crime.
Unless your crime is piracy, in which case do it. Because things are overpriced.
And I get an amen.
Alex, you really want to be on Fox News tomorrow, don't you? Like,
Gen Z just advocated the piracy of certain movies and shows.
I feel bad for kids who don't know some of these things. Like,
oh well,
Yeah.
YouTube.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank you for being here.
This has been a
Thank you for
joy.
being on the show.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. That should have been the first thing we said today. Gosh darn it.
We're recording on Father's Day.
Recording on Father's Day. Every day is Father's Day. And every day is Mother's Day. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just really dehydrated right now.
I was going to say that it's...
Oh yeah, hydrate, y'all.
Yeah, hydrate, y'all. Very important.
And make sure to greet your father, daddies out there. And
I do.
I'm reminded of the first episode and the discourse on whether we can say that word.
DILF?
We can say
your DILFs. Yeah, and greet your DILFs too. Why not, right?
Your DILFs.
Sure.
And with that. This has been.
I love you guys.
Save it for the podcast.
Okay, wait, Neiman. End the episode in 5 seconds. 4 seconds.
Thank you.
3 seconds.
For listening.